Join the team.
Hey guys, we're here. We got Sean with us from CMON Games. He's going to run us through quite a few new titles that are going to be hitting over the course of 2018 and going into 2019. Before we get him out on the table, he's going to run us through what are the games we're going to take a look at.
So we are going to talk about Kick-Ass, based on the comic book, Railroad Inc., 2 different versions of that, Narcos, the board game based on the Netflix show, and also Victorian Masterminds, which is a co-design between Eric M. Lang and Antoine Boza.
Awesome. All right, man. Let's take a look at them.
This is Kick-Ass, the board game based on the comic book by Mark Millar and John Romita Jr., and in this game, you're going to take on the role of a superhero who's trying to defend New York City while also managing the hot mess that is your personal life. So on one turn, you might be fighting minions in the police department, and on another turn, you might be working your crappy day job so that you have enough money to buy different superhero gear that's going to help you save the day. So the idea of the game is each player is going to be a character from the comic book, so Big Daddy, Hit Girl, Kick-Ass, and they're going to have a personal board which is going to, they're going to be able to monitor their happiness level, their strength, and then also their social media followers, because what's the point in being a superhero if nobody's reading your Twitter account? And the idea of the game is that each round, new events are going to come out, new minions are going to come onto the board, and the heroes are going to have to discuss amongst themselves what they're going to do on their turn. And so you may collectively agree that, well, we have to fight these minions in City Hall, but one person might have too low of a happiness level, so they have to go for a walk in Central Park just to cheer themselves up. And so somebody else is going to have to take care of the minions that are out there on the board. So it's a real push and pull as to what you're going to do on a given turn. And as these events come out, there is going to be a reward if you're able to resolve them, and a punishment if they are going to be pushed off the board before you're able to resolve them. And then depending on the number of players, once you've resolved a certain number of the events, then a supervillain is going to show up, and you choose from one of 6 different supervillains that we have. And they're going to reveal their plot, and you're going to have to take down that supervillain. And depending on which one you choose, the plots are going to be completely different. So, very interesting approach to the game. Yeah. So, Kick-Ass, as I said, fully cooperative. It's going to be coming out in September, and really looking forward to it. Comes with 45 miniatures in the game, and it plays in about 60 minutes. Alright, so what I have here is Railroad Inc., and this was a bit of a surprise at the con. It's gotten really great reception, and we've been selling out of it every day, so we're excited about that. Railroad Inc. Comes in 2 different versions. We've got the deep blue version and the blazing red version. And what the game is it's a roll and write game where you are going to be rolling dice and expanding your network of railroads and roadways to try and connect different cities. Now, each of the base games in these boxes is the exact same. However, what's interesting is that each one of them comes with 2 mini expansions that are going to completely change the experience you're going to have. So in the Deep Blue edition, we add rivers and lakes, and so that ups the strategy and puzzle factor of the game. You're going to have to deal with those different elements while you're building your rail network. And the Blazing Red edition adds lava flows and meteorites, and it's much more chaotic elements. So all of the hard work you put into building up these different networks are going to get destroyed somewhere along the way. So you have to rebuild or build into the craters created by the different meteors. So each different box plays up to 6 players, but together they can be combined for up to 12 players, which is pretty great. Another element that's fun about Railroad Inc. is that it is a roll and write game, but it comes with dry erase boards in there. So you're not going to be going through tons and tons of paper or have to laminate your own pads. Already that work is done for you. So it's all of the boards are reusable. So this one plays in about 20 minutes. It's going to be coming out in November, and it's going to retail for around $20. So this is Narcos, the board game, and it's based on the Netflix show. And in this game, one of the players is going to take on the role of El Patron, who has built up a criminal empire, and he's hiding out in the cities and jungles of Colombia. The rest of the players are going to become his enemies, enemy factions like the FBI, La Policia, and different rival gangs. And they're going to be working together to track down El Patron somewhere within the country. So El Patron is going to be trying to complete different objectives, and he's going to be putting out his sicarios, or his henchmen, in different parts of the country. And those guys are going to go out there and help him out in certain ways, but they're also going to leave behind clues as to his location. And what the hunters have to do is interpret the clues and try and track down where he actually is, while they're also fighting the sicarios throughout the course of the game. The El Patron can win in a couple different ways. He can win by completing objectives, and he can also win by gaining enough glory so that the people of Colombia just love him enough that they're not going to allow him to ever be captured. And what the hunters have to do is they have to capture him, and then he's going to escape, and they have to capture him a second time. So they have to capture him 2 different times for them to be able to win the game. So very interesting twist on hidden movement games, and a real fun one against many game that gives a lot more things to do for each sides of the coin. So yeah, really looking forward to this one. We're looking at a November release for Narcos the board game. So this is Victorian Masterminds, and it is a co-design between Eric M. Lang and Antoine Boza, 2 of my favorite designers, so I'm very excited about this one. In this game, the world's greatest detective, Sherlock Holmes, has disappeared for some mysterious reason. And the Victorian steampunk evil masterminds are running wild across the world, and what they're doing is kidnapping scientists, stealing national monuments, and building up their infernal machines that they're going to take over the world with. So in this game, you've got a team of agents that are going to be working for you, and each round you're going to draw your top agents, see who it is and what their powers are, and then send them to one of the cities of the world. And once that city has 3 different agents on it, you're going to flip them over and reveal them and resolve them one at a time. So whatever their abilities are going to be revealed. And the goal of the game is you're going to earn points a bunch of different ways, but ultimately you want to build your infernal machine like a giant spider or a giant kraken that's going to take over cities. And if you're able to do that and you're able to earn points in various different ways, you're going to walk away with the victory. This game is filled with some great components. The agent tokens are nice, big, chunky pieces, and all of the buildings in the game that you're able to capture are like there's different national monuments and then different various buildings in each of the different cities of the world, and all of them are, you know, the high quality miniatures that CMON has been known to produce. So Victorian Masterminds is coming out in November, and yeah, we're really looking forward to getting this out to the stores and seeing the reaction. The reaction here at Gen Con 2018 has been nothing but positive, so can't wait to get that into your friendly local gaming store.
This is Sugar Blast. This is actually a pre-release. This game isn't even out yet. It's really cool. It's a really great family game. Basically what we're going to be doing is we are trying to complete this objective. So for the purpose of this game, we're just doing a simple one, but it comes with a bunch of different ones in here. This one, we need 5 that are all different. So 1 of each color there, and there are 6 actually different colors in the game. So what we're going to do is on our turn, we're going to take any 2 and swap them. So any 2 that are orthogonally adjacent. So I could do something like this. Because these are 3 in a row, that would be a Sugar Blast. So you can do 3 in a row, 4 in a row, or you can do 5 that are in an L, or in a T, or in a cross. The other option you have is you can do 5 or 6 in a row. All those are going to give you different collections of tokens based on whichever one you chose to do, or whichever one you were able to do. Then what happens is you would get to take these. We would slide the board. If I was sitting here, I'd slide it down this way. and everything is going to slide down.
Okay.
And then if I have any other sugar blasts, we deal with them, and then I refill, and if we have any other sugar blasts as a result, we deal with those as well.
Okay.
The cool thing about this game is it actually comes with a bunch of different rules as well, so you can play with 1 or 2 extra rules for the entire game as well. So I brought one of those out in case people want to play with it. This one allows portals to be on the board where you can actually move the candies through. So you get a portal move and then a bridge